What's going on, fishy friends? We are live here at the Crazy Horse Lady Sea Fishing Channel submarine. Actually, this is live from 75 feet under the surface of the Chesapeake Bay and the TFC bunker. Tonight we have one of our favorite reports, Captain C.L. Marshall. Captain C.L. hasn't quite yet shown up, but that's okay because we got plenty of news. And honestly,
Sorry, that was me.
The co-host is just knocking it out of the park.
I know. I'm gonna get it later.
I'll remove you from the stream. All righty. So if you're at home, before we get started, I want to hear about the best fish you caught this week. No fisherman, fibs here. I want to hear about the best fish this week, but we got that you caught this week. But we got some news. The Fishing Channel is now offering exclusive member only. This is how exclusive this is. We had to write it down.
Oh my gosh.
So I didn't mess this up. We are now offering exclusive member only access to new live videos, tackle tips, and a lot more additional content on our YouTube page.
Exclusive.
How do you get access to this exclusive content? Well, you get access to this exclusive content. You go onto the YouTube page, click on join. I'll show you a picture of that right now. Boom. See all those arrows and stuff? And if you're on Instagram, you can't see it. Sorry. That's one of the benefits of being on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Yep. So you click on that box. For $5 a month, you will be among the first to have access to exclusive content. All of your favorites who have been on the Fishing Channel shows, such as Cambo Trout, Eddie Weber, Captain Massa, Walleye Pete, us. You'll have lots of additional content from all of those people. Lots of awesome tackle tips that we might not cover here, and lots of additional content. Lastly about this, guys, and let me just go ahead and put this out there, that this is a great entry-level way to support our channel. If you love the content that we're providing, if you want to see more fishing reports, if you want to see these fishing reports last for years and years and years and years, go check it out. It's being a little finicky right now. As far as I know, you kind of have to go on a laptop. So if you use your laptop, go on there, go to our page and click join. It's $5 a month. It's a small little entry fee to give your support to what we do here on the Fishing Channel. Additional news, Captain Marshall is in the house now, so we'll bring him in shortly. Additional news is we have a new member. Awesome. Shore Sharp. Thank you so much, brother. Additionally, Lady C hinted on this on the Instagram feed, but we are giving away prizes tonight. But everyone is a winner from now on. If you follow this show and you know about this show, you are a winner on GI Jigs. All you've got to do is go on to GI Jigs website. That's gijigs.com, I believe, right? gijigs.com, right?
Yes.
gijigs.com. My amazing partner, the camera's flipped around over there. We'll put that website in the description here. All you have to do is go in, and when you go to checkout, discount code TFC. Doesn't matter capitals, no nothing. TFC, and you get 10% off.
Sweet.
10% off. I mean, like, that may not sound like a shiny new bag of jigs, but if you buy several bags of jigs, that discount's going to be a whole lot more than a pack of jigs.
For sure.
So everybody's a winner. Whenever you want, go on, put TFC in the discount code. You're a winner. Boom. All right. So prizes we have tonight. Where's my hook optic sunglasses?
Oh, here we go.
Not ready. Oh, we got a whole box of them here. Look at this.
There's some ladies' glasses. Those are
Bring
nice too.
some ladies' glasses. We got.
Ladies.
What we got? Okay, here's some ladies' glasses. We got a $25 gift certificate to the question of the night for any Hook Optics glasses. Actually, it'll be a $25 gift certificate at an optical galleria. So this is just a pair of the ladies. These are called Hey Chama. These are pretty cool looking. It's kind of like a classic aviator for ladies, but they are fully polarized. You got glass lenses. These frames are made in Italy. Captain Marshall, that's coming on here in a second, is a big Hook Optics guy, and he'll tell you about them. But like, these are the bomb, guys. These Bill Fishers are just where it's at. And you don't know unless you know, unless you hold these guys and feel the frames. These things are sick. So question of the night, we'll get a $25 gift certificate from an optical galleria. We'll leave those there for the next show. My man CL is just sitting here waiting so patiently. And that we got like 20 people in here, and they're all probably like, what is taking this guy so long? Captain Marshall, what's up, my friend?
Oh, good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Good morning. Where you're not traveling, are you? Or you're just being sarcastic and I'm slow?
No, actually, I am traveling a little bit, man. We took a beat. We've had a busy summer. It's been a lot going on. My wife and I are celebrating our 35th wedding anniversary, and I bring you this show live from King Street in Charleston, South Carolina.
Beautiful, man. That's an amazing area.
I got me a smoked drink right here, right from the Saint Hotel, one of the best bartenders on the strip. And
is that an old fashioned you're drinking?
It is. It's a smoked old fashioned. It's absolutely delicious. I made it with Redemption Rye. Outstanding product.
Man, I think old fashioned is kind of a southern thing. I'm from Georgia, so I know all about a good old fashioned, man. That's a good drink.
Yeah, but we're happy to be here. Hey, listen, thanks for sending me those BKDs last week. I sent you a picture of a big old red drum, actually a nice slot red drum with that BKD in the corner of its mouth. Worked out well. Thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm glad that worked out well for you. We've been so busy. We actually just got off the water a few minutes ago. It was such a nice day. I had a leak in my fuel sender hose. It took me like 5 minutes to fix, but just to make sure that was the fix, we had to go out in the water. And if we're going to go out in the water, we had to bring some fishing rods. So the sea trial took a little bit longer than I expected. But man, let's dive into some fishing. How have things been going down your way?
Man, look, fishing's been really good. We left this morning and came on down to Charleston for a little bit, but prior to this, fishing's been really good for us. Water temperatures fell just below 60 degrees, and that's key for what we're doing. We've been fishing shallow water. These fish still are holding in a very shallow water pattern. When I say shallow, I'm not talking about Pete Dahlberg over his head type of shallow. I'm talking 1 to 2 feet type of shallow, man. Is what I'm talking, and that's where we've been finding these fish. It's been really interesting. It's the first time I've seen this pattern in the fall in a while, but shallow water, 1.5, 2.5 feet of water on a rising tide has been outstanding for us. We've been having great success, not only with those BKDs that you sent us, and you saw that puppy drum. You can throw that picture up if you want, because we're proud of that one. My son.
You know what? Yeah, I really wanted to. You know what? Honestly, I probably could. You know what? We'll show it next month.
I tell you what's been really neat too is I've been throwing these rumble fish and using the pearl pattern on those on about a 5.5 inch, about a 5-inch piece right there. And I've caught several speckled trout. We're looking at the first. Yeah, there it is right there. Ding, 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 ding.
Big old BKD hanging out of his mouth. Check that out.
It is. We found that fish in a little bit of in some stumps in about 5 feet of water. He was right where you'd expect him to be. First cast, catch him, and then we pick up a few rocks. But the rock fishing has been good. It continues to be good in that shallow water pattern. Early morning, break a day, crack a first light, throw in that top water super spook, throw in that skitter walk, throw in the anything on top has been really good early morning. But as the day goes on, we haven't found the fish schooled as much as I would like this time of year. So we catch two or three. We move down the bank 100 yards, catch two or three more, and at the end of the day, you end up with 25 or 30 fish, and it's a good day.
Yeah.
That's been good, but probably the neatest thing is I've been catching a speckled trout or two about every trip, and that's been really neat. 1st of November to be able to catch a 21, 23-inch speckled trout.
Yeah, usually that's slowed down by now, right?
It has. Water temperature went up today to 62.5 degrees from just below 60. And, I'm thinking when I get back from Charleston, I think I'm going to go red drum fishing. I think I'm going to take some sooks. I'm going to go soak some bait on a grass flat, and I'm going to catch a red drum next week. I believe I'm going to do that. I'm going to make it happen.
So let's talk about that for a second, because, guys, if you haven't done it, if you go out with CL Marshall, he clearly is going to be able to show you how to do it, and we'll get to how to communicate with him in a second. But a bull drum, you're talking about a bull drum in 2 feet of water, right?
Right. That's where I'm going to be.
So let me go ahead and give you guys an idea. Me and some buddies were catching rockfish, like right around 30-inch rockfish in 2 feet of water not too long ago, 2 to 3 feet of water. And when they don't have anywhere to go, when they can't dive, it feels like you've got, a military tank on the end of that line. And now you're talking about adding about 20 pounds to that fish and about 10 inches, and it's strong as an ox.
Grant, people, rods I use, when I tell them we're going to catch a 40 to 50 pound fish, and they're like, it's no way. But the fact of the matter is, just as you were saying, the fight occurs out over the course of 100 yards of line stripped out versus a vertical fight that we have in the deeper water. But I believe, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But I'm going to try it real hard next week. We're going to hit the shallows with some. We're going to soak some bait in there. The rockfish are pretty much a given at this point. We've got a pretty good handle on those. But I want to try something different, and I think that's what we're going to try to do. It's just what we do.
Got a question coming in from our man Carl Ward. Carl asked, how you fishing with the sooks, CL?
Carl's got a trip coming up with me, man. I'm looking forward to that. I think he picked up a trip on some of the volunteer things that we did, and I look forward to fishing with Carl. I'm really looking forward to that. But right now, what I'm doing with those sooks, same thing I do in the spring. I mean, we caught our first red one last year, or actually this year on March the 27th, which was a little early. And what I'll do is I'll take those sooks, I'll rip the back off, I'll cut the legs off, and I'll use just a half a crab on a 7/0 circle hook. Maybe actually it's an 8/0 circle hook in the spring, because I don't want any of the small bycatch. I want to catch, if I catch something in the spring, I want it to be something that's substantial. And so I'll use that 8/0 circle and a half a crab with the back removed and with the legs removed as well. And these fish are looking for food. They're looking for something to eat, and we provide them an easy meal.
So when you're in that really shallow water here now in November, catching those bull reds, what's your approach? Is it still soaking crabs, or are you able to use some artificial mixed in there?
We'll do both. I'll certainly soak some bait. I'm going to use this. I plan on this next coming week using the same pattern that I used in the spring. Water temperatures are similar, structures similar, everything's similar. If anything, the water temperature is a little warmer now in the 1st of November than it was in the early part of April. And I think the bait's a little more readily available. So yeah, we're going to give it a swing, man. I mean, nothing beats a try. We're going to go there and give it a whirl. If we catch a few red ones, we'll be happy. Last year, one of the best days I had was in the latter part of October, and water temperature is 4 degrees warmer today than it was then. So, we'll catch a few rockfish and then go try that as the sun falls in the west.
How's the size of your rockfish right now? I mean, we pay attention to, really fishing all up and down the East Coast, but a lot of the pictures I've been seeing coming from Chrisfield, looks like the rockfish are still pretty short, and probably with larger ones coming in the next couple of weeks. Is that what you're seeing?
Man, we pay attention to everything down here. We really do. And one of the interesting things that we've seen is just the lack of squirrels. I haven't seen those those 12 to 14-inch fish that normally are a pain this time of year. I haven't seen those, and that's the younger year of the young index right there. That's a younger fish class. Haven't seen those. I've maybe caught 6 or 7 of those and out of 100, and it should be a greater percentage than that. I'm really concerned about that. But the fish that we're catching right now on the Pocomoke side, the rockfish we're catching, they're 17s to 25s.
Yeah.
That's 25 on the big side. That's a great fish for us to catch right now. A lot of them are, in that 17 to 22-inch range, and that's fine because it's fun. It's fun. I have no problem with releasing fish that we catch, as long as we catch plenty of them, and we've been blessed with that of late.
Yeah, we got a couple of questions coming in. Actually, 3 questions really quick. You ever get them bulls to blow up on top water? Asked Carl.
That's a great question, Carl. But I tell you, one of the things that we do in the spring, and I plan on doing it this week, is I plan on doing it this week, is when we hook up on the red one, we'll start firing lures out, immediately. Because we firmly believe if there's one, there's more. And they don't travel alone, they travel in packs. And we look forward to throwing, and many times, and then my son Parker last year, it was this spring, I was hooked up on a red, and Charlie Coates was hooked up on a red, and Parker threw out a rubber baited fish type of thing, artificial, and damn, he wasn't hooked up. So we really had an issue on who was going to start netting fish. It turned into a problem real quick, but it's a problem I love to have. That's something we do on the regular. As far as top water, Carl, I've never had a lot of success with the bigger bull reds on the top water, but on the seaside of Virginia's Eastern Shore, we tend to do pretty well on the puppy drum, or the slot reds, we'll call them. We tend to do pretty well with those on top water, especially early morning.
That's great. Questions coming in from Rodney Green, who I believe, Rodney, help us out. You're somewhere in the Midwest. I can't remember the exact state, but I think it's Ohio. That's what I want to say, but I also feel like that's wrong. Rodney asked, do you find that the most aggressive fish attack the more active moving baits?
I don't know, Rodney. That's a great question. Here of late, when we're rock fishing, I've had a little bit better success. And Bobby Hudson taught me this, and he learned it from Jamie Clow. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna take credit where credit ain't due. He learned it from him, from Jamie. Jamie's a great angler, does a great job. But we've been using a real slow presentation, just snap type jig type thing on the bottom, in 8-9 feet of water where we find fish on the bottom. And this time of year, that's exactly what it's been. We'll find some fish. We'll figure out how to catch them, whether it be a snap jig type thing, or a drop a cripple hair into them, or whatever, and then we'll catch those fish, and then we'll move on. The days when we used to see unlimited schools of rockfish, where we could just stay on them all day. Unfortunately, I haven't had that in the past few years in the Pocomoke and the Tangier Sound. We see fish, but basically we're hunting fish now. Schools of fish that I would not have even looked at 5 years ago, of 20 or less fish, I wouldn't get 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I wouldn't get time. Now that's primarily what I'm targeting. So the fishery's changing.
Yeah, not to cut you off, but we have a few more questions. And Shore Sharp is, our very first member to our pay package. So I can't skip him. But Scott asked, have you ever used a small 1/4 ounce chatterbait for the reds?
I haven't used them for the big reds. I can tell you that they work really well for the puppy drum, in offshore structure. That I can tell you.
Okay, we're gonna have, let's see if we can get through this question. Maybe one more question, but we're probably gonna have to do question of the night after this. Shore Sharp asked, I have a question. What's your go-to color lure for fall fishing? Mine has always been white, says Ryan Shore.
Yeah, me too, Ryan. Me too. I'm a big fan of a old school white bucktail. I'm not going to lie to you, with a white curly grub in it. But when the water gets a little murky, I might move away from that, and I might go with more of a salt and pepper type thing. And that's where I've been. I've been using this bare knuckle thing from Rumblefish. It's in a pearl, and they got salt and pepper. The other one I like too is the old school Eastern Shore Champagne, because it's about the same color as Natural Light, which I am a fan of. And that works real well. So I alternate between those and clear and dirty water, depending.
And my co-host says we have time for one more question, which is from Jake Evans, and he's asking, what are you getting them on in the sound, CL? And Sean, Will, thank you so much for watching. I don't think you've watched before, so thank you so much. His question is, what is the salinity levels this time of year? Will, I'll get you that answer, and we'll put it in the comments post-show. But Jake says, what are you getting them on right now in the sound?
Jake, you already know the answer to that. You need to, if that's the question, just check out the Tangier Sound Charters Facebook or Instagram, and you'll see it all over there. You know the answer to that, Jake. It's the Rumblefish, man. It's been good to me. It's been good to a lot of my friends, and I'm happy I can move the needle for you. You guys put out a great product. Thank you for that.
Thanks, buddy. Short Sharp, I see your question real quick. You have a Chincoteague Scow, awesome boat. You want a trolling motor, dude? Do it. Don't look back. Just if you got the money, put that spot lock trolling motor on there and don't look back. It'll change the way you fish. Most importantly, I don't even let CL's just nodding and agreeing with me. Most important thing is Short Sharp is the captain gets to fish, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, the captain's always positioning the boat. With a trolling motor, the captain gets to fish.
Let me tell you how that affects me. So there's a couple places I fish where the retrieval technique is key to catching fish. And it allows me the opportunity to go, look, guys, here's what we want to do today. And I can actually take and I can make a couple casts. I can show them, hey, this is what we want to do. We want to let it fall down to the bottom in this 6 to 8 feet of water. This is how you want to jig it. This is how you want to bounce on the bottom. This is the cadence you want to use, and this is going to work. I don't have to worry about driving the boat. I don't have to worry about any of the other stuff that's going on. I can actually help my customers catch fish, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
What was it? Well, hold on a
great
second.
Stuff.
What a guy told me the other day, nothing makes a fishing trip like catching a fish. So.
Right?
Right.
Sometimes the most obvious things. Captain, you got a question of the night for us so we can give away this $25 gift certificate to Hook Optics?
One of the ones I saw that I didn't get the answer was about the salinity level. And I don't know who that was.
Will Kenny. He's a new watcher. That's perfect. Will Kenny?
No, not him.
No, he said, what is the salinity levels this time of year?
No, I can't give it to Will. Come on, man. No, I'm just kidding you. Yeah, that was a great one. And the salinity level thing is key right now because the fish that I'm targeting are in a transitional period. They're coming from the marshes. They're coming from the mouth of the rivers, whether it be the Nanacoke or the Wacomico or whatever. So these fish have been up in those tributaries feeding heavily. So they're moving on out right now, Will. And as far as what the salinity level is in the parts per billion, man, I don't know that answer. But I can tell you this, my water ain't real clear. It's kind of stained that I'm fishing in.
Man, you're always a pleasure, Captain Marshall. Wealth of information. Tangier Sound Charters, guys. Look them up. That's the way to book a trip with Captain Marshall on Facebook. You're on Instagram too, right?
I am on Instagram, but right now I'm on King Street.
Now he's on King Street. Look at that, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that place. Guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the Blackwater Fishing Report. It's a brand new fishing report. Captain Marshall, you are the man, and we will check you guys next time.
Hey, look, thank you for all you do. We'll be back in town on Monday. We're fishing Monday. We're fishing all next week. So look forward to talking to you guys again. Thank you so much.
Beautiful, brother. Thank you.
Later, brother.